And I take this opportunity to thank Ramanujan College, Dr. Rajiv Nayan, and Dr. Agarwal for the invite. I'm invited for this talk on skills and expertise in digital information landscape, and it is an online workshop. And at the very foremost step, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to my parents, my gurus, my teachers, professors, mentors for making me what I am. And I also take this opportunity to thank people from Ramanujan College, Dr. S.P. Agarwal, and Delhi University for the invite. Now, what we would be doing is we would be.
नीरज
हाँ राजेश जी बताएं.
सॉरी सर
हाँ
कंटिन्यू
प्लीज सर. हाँ.
So we are doing an introduction to LaTeX, like how we can typeset the scientific papers, mathematical papers using the LaTeX software. And LaTeX, it is based on the references from Andrei Gurtov, Troy Milner, Simon Hughes, and Byung-Won Wu, right? So this is going to be the presentation roadmap, introduction to LaTeX, why LaTeX, comparison and advantages over other word processors, installing LaTeX TechMaker, LaTeX file structure, and a hands-on with LaTeX. Now, generally, whenever we write any scientific document, most of us, we go for MS Word, right? And also sometimes it happens that we are trying to write some mathematical equations, and generally the problem what we all face is that using the word processor MS Word, that particular equation, it might not come properly the moment we are trying to fit in, whenever we are trying to insert the equation, or either when we are typesetting it, so the equation moves around here and there. And generally we have also seen that whenever we are giving any Word document for printout, the printer shop guy always tells us to convert it into a PDF and give it to us, right? So whenever we are faced with all such issues and problems, our one-stop solution is LaTeX, right? It is sophisticated. I would say sophisticated. It takes a lot of time initially, and it is a sophisticated document preparation system, right? And it is generally pronounced as LaTeX or LaTeX, right? So whenever we are trying to use LaTeX for the documentation process, when we are writing review papers, scientific papers, etc., so it helps us in overcoming the redundancies what we face in MS Word or any other word processor for that case, right? And it is a document preparation system for high quality typesetting. Whatever typesetting quality we get using LaTeX is almost as if the paper quality what we get from a journal, right? And it is a document, it is most often used to produce technical or scientific documents, but can be used for almost any form of publishing. Okay, so we can write our scientific papers, we can write even we as we are in the teaching industry, we can even set the question paper, we can write some reference material using LaTeX, right? And the best thing about LaTeX is that it is designed by academicians and it easily accommodates academic use, and it currently gets updated, and it is professionally crafted. The predefined layouts make a document really as if they are printed. So that is what I said, high quality typesetting is there in LaTeX. And the very big advantage of using LaTeX is that the mathematical symbols and equations are easily integrated. Even complex structures such as footnotes, references, table of contents, and bibliographies can be generated easily. It is just one simple line of code, and we get our tables, we get our contents, we get sections, subsections, and the bibliographies, right? And generally, what happens is whenever we are using LaTeX, it forces the author on the logical side instead of focusing on the aesthetic structure of a document. Because generally in word processors like MS Word, what we do is we go behind the aesthetic structure of the document. That is how the visual appeal of the document, right? But in case of LaTeX, that is not there. We get the document in the best form. Okay. And LaTeX is portable, compatible, flexible, versatile, and it is cheap. We can freely download it. Okay. Now talking about features of LaTeX, it has a stylistic uniformity, top to bottom throughout the document. You have a uniformity. The bibliography support is there. Generally, wherever we are picking up the bibliography from, either from Scopus or Web of Science, or even from Google Scholar, we can incorporate it into our document. And it has sophisticated structuring abilities. A reference tracking is there. Easily, we can keep a track of the references. And it also has highly extendable capabilities. Now, other thing is that whenever we are using MS Word or any other word processor for writing our research paper, so at the time of referencing, what we do is either we make use of a referencing software, let's say Mendeley or Zotero, etc., right? But in the case of LaTeX, it will get automatically incorporated. We have some lines of code. We can incorporate the bibliography there itself, and we can get the bibliography at the time whenever we are typing in the code. Now, installing LaTeX, what we can do is we can go to WordTech. It is free to use software. Okay, so I can show a demonstration. So this is the screen which we get when we write download LaTeX. So we can download LaTeX from this particular website, latexproject.org. From here we can download LaTeX for Word. We can use MikTeX, ProTeX, or Tech Live. Okay, and these are basically the compilers. Okay, and for particularly this presentation, we would be using an online compiler. Okay, we'll be using the online compiler because that is easy to use. It is known by the name of Overleaf. Okay. Now the basic document structure in LaTeX, how it looks like. The format of document is pretty simple, and we have two things. We have the preamble and the rest of the document. I'll again switch my screen. So this is what our online compiler Overleaf looks like. So we need to click on Overleaf, and a page will come like this where we can register ourselves. Okay, and we can click on the projects, and we will be getting the projects. Okay, so let us start with a new project. First of all, I'll just show you how the document looks like. Now this is particularly what we are going to see in the OneLeaf online editor. So here is whatever code you are going to write, and here you're going to get in the output once you click on recompile. And in other cases, when we are using TechMaker or WordTech, any other compiler for our LaTeX documentation, we are not going to get something like this. We'll just get the hard code. We'll have to execute the code, and then only we'll be getting the output. Okay. But here, as we write the code on the left side, we will be able to see the output on the right side of the screen as it is visible. Okay. So I'll go to my presentation again. So this is the basic document structure. Now the first part of the document is known as the preamble. It contains the document class, and it contains the packages. Then we have the latter half of the document, which is known by the name of front matter. We have the title author. Then we have the body, wherein we write the contents. And in the back matter of the document, we have the bibliography. Now, the LaTeX file structure. In the document class, we have predefined formats, which are articles, report, book. Like as I mentioned previously, also we can write research articles, we can write reports, we can even write book, question papers, etc. And for this, we need to use certain packages. Now, these are added functionalities. Like for example, we need to add some pictures, we need to add some referencing style, for example, Harvard, Chicago, APA, etc. Right? And then the main body wherein we type our text and the bibliography references. Now in the preamble, we specify our document class. We in the document classes we have a letter. For example, if we are trying to write a letter, it can be an article. If we are trying to write an article, it can be a report, it can be a book, and it can even be slide, because for slides Latex has something like Beamer and Prosper. These packages are available. Okay, and we need to use backslash at the beginning of text markup command. For any command whatever we use, we need to use a backslash. Okay, and numerous packages are available. For example, geometry package, space package. This is again for the type of font which we are using. Okay, now I'll stop my screen and I will take you to the online editor. Right, so here we are there. Let's take a new file. We'll have to give a default name, so let's give it sample text. We create it. Okay, right, so here we are. Now in the preamble, as I said, we need to start from a backslash. We give document class. Now it will automatically come. We can choose. We'll go for this. Okay, document class. Let us give it A4 paper. Okay, A4 paper, and we can give font 12 point, and we would give it as article. Okay, and then whatever I want to write, I will go with begin document. Okay, and see, whenever we start anything with backslash begin, it always has to go with backslash end. Okay, and let's see, for example, we write some here in between. So let's say I'm thankful for the invite on Latex. Okay, so Latex, and here our document ends. Now let us compile it and see what we have. Look, whatever we typed in here has come here. I'm thankful for the invite on Latex, right? I'll go back to the presentation, right? So that was what we wrote with a very basic command, which was begin document, end document, and we defined a document class. Okay. Now we have options like A4 paper. For example, we are writing our journal paper, and then we can even use a letter. For example, if we are trying to write a letter, and then we have we have the size of the font 11 point, 12 point, 10 point. We can also define as 2-column landscape. Okay, and in the class, like we defined it as article, we can have it in the case of a report, book, etc. Okay, then talking about packages, we can use package and the package name there. EPS FIG, insert PS pictures into the document. Fancy HDR, easy definition of footer and header. Okay, and this is the front matter, how it is going to look like. Begin document, title, author, make title, begin abstract, end abstract, and page break. Okay, so let us see. Yeah, so we were here. Now on the begin document, we would give title. Okay, now in the title, let's say this is my first document using LaTeX. Okay, and let's say we have our author. We have our author as Rohit. You can try your name. Okay, and then we can have date. Again, on the date, You can have it something like today. Okay, it will give you today's date, and then we'll have make title. Okay, and make title. This is my first LaTeX document. Okay, we'll recompile the code. Look at this. The output would look like this is my first document using LaTeX. This will be the heading, author name, then the date. Okay, instead of the date, we can have affiliation, email address, etc. And then the content. This is my first LaTeX document. Okay, so this is what it looks like, the screen. Okay, I'll go back to presentation again. Yeah, so this was the front matter, what we typed. Now in the body, we can have sections as well. Now to begin a new section, we are going to have something like backslash section, and we need to use curly brackets. And similarly, we can have for a subsection, we can insert it using a backslash subsection, backslash subsection, subsection. How many sections we need to have? Like for example, section 1, 1.1, 1.1.1, 1.1.1.1, etc. Right? And LaTeX does not LaTeX does automatic numbering. Okay, and if we do not want it, we can use section star. Okay, EMPH and text BF we can use. Other things are like for single spacing, double spacing, one half spacing, centering, begin centering, or end centering the document. Okay, now we will show it for the sub paragraph. Okay, now here if I write, I can write section. Okay, you can use this. This is the section. Then again, I can use subsection. This is the subsection. Okay, then I can have subsection. Okay, similarly I can have paragraph. Okay, and paragraph, and then again I can use a subparagraph. Okay, right, let us compile this. Look at this. Like I said, LaTeX automatically numbers, okay, the section and the subsection and the consequent subsections. Look at this. This is the first section. 1.1, this is the subsection. 1.1.1, this is the subsection. Okay, and whatever we need to type in, we can continuously type it there, right? Okay, and then again to again with the alignment of the text, if we use centering, it will be in the center. Begin centering, end centering, we need to use that. Okay, now this is the body of text, what we just now typed. We start with backslash begin the document title, and we always end with backslash end document. Typesetting of text, two backslashes will give us a new line, or hash or backslash new line and a new page will take us on the new page. We can use quotation. For bold, it will be backslash text BF or backslash BF. Okay. Italics, it will be backslash text IT or backslash IT. For underline, it will be backslash UL. Let us check this also. Right. Just a moment. Yeah. So here, if we write under make title slash italic and we recompile, look at this. This is my first LaTeX document. It got italicized, okay? And if we make it text BF and recompile it, look at that particular text. This is introduction to LaTeX. It became bold, right? Okay. Right. And this is again section, like I already showed you how section, subsection, subsection can run. And then backslash appendix, it changes the numbering scheme. Backslash chapter to be used with book and report document class. Okay. Now this is make title. It displays title and author. Backslash table of contents, it generates table of contents. Backslash list of figures, it generates list of figures. Backslash list of tables, it gives us the tables. Okay. Labels, backslash label marker in a document. Backslash page ref displays page number of the marker. Backslash ref displays the section location of a marker. Okay. Right. And so let us see in the online editor as well. Yeah, so here we are. Let's go from here. Okay, we are on make title, right? Make title section. Then we have a section. It goes by the name introduction. Okay, and the section is the introduction. It talks about using BibTex papers. Okay, and then we have another section. It says methods. Okay, then we have a subsection, and the subsection talks about phase one. Okay, and then we have our, let's say we use a label. This is a label what we use, and in the label I write SEC1. Okay, and then subsection label. This is the first part of method. Okay, then we have another subsection Let's see subsection. Now in subsection we write phase 2. Okay, and this is the second part of method. Now we have something like section wherein we want to show the result. Okay, we have result. These are the results. Okay, we refer to \ref, and this is the cross-referencing. I can use sec1 on page ref section 1. Okay, and we end document, right? Let's see what we get after compiling this code. Look at this. This is the intro. This section is the introduction. It talks about LaTeX for writing scientific papers. 2, we use the section methods. 2.1 is the first part. Phase 2, 2.1.1 second part. 3 is the result. These are the results. We refer to 2.1 on page 1. And this was 2.1. It is still on page 1, right? So this is how the coding part looks like on the online editor. Okay. Now these are the lists. We can even use list. For example, whenever we are writing, we need to use lists. So we can use, we need to start with \begin, itemize, item apple abcxyz, and then we need to end it with \itemize. Okay. The results would be apple and orange. If we use enumerate instead of itemize, it gives us a numbered list. Okay, and lists can be recursive. Now for groups, we need to type in the text between curly brackets. Okay, many commands work until the end of the group. Coders put curly bracket one word \bf for font and bold. Okay, the result would be put one word in bold here. It would look as it is. Okay, right? Now then the alignment, environment, center, flush left, flush right. If we use center, whatever text we are writing, it is in the center. If we use flush left, whole of the text goes to the left side, flush right again to the right. Okay. Like for example, if we use \begin flush right, text would be right aligned. \end flush right, the result is something like text is going to be right aligned. Okay. And then this pertains to the font size. Okay, we can use tiny for a small font size, script size, footnote size, small, normalize, large for large, and writing in bold for huge or huge. Okay, I'll just show it to you on the online editor as well. Yeah, so here we are. So now I'll use a new file. So whatever new files I'll be creating on this online editor, I can view them on the left side. Okay. Now let us start again. \document class. We'll again have A4 paper, comma, 12-point font, and it is article. Okay. And begin.
Sir, Excuse me, sir. Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Many participants are saying your voice is not clear. Your voice is low. So,
My
if
voice.
possible, please speak loud, sir.
Okay, okay. I hope now my voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Perfectly fine, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay. So begin document backslash end document. Okay. And we have here our title, first document. Okay. And this is, we have the author. Okay. And we have the date. Again, we'll be using today's date. Okay. Now we can use make title. Okay. Whatever we are going to use in the title. Then we are going to use page numbering. Okay. Curly brackets, Roman numerals, right? Then we are going to have table of contents. Okay. And then we'll have something like a new page. Okay. And then again, page numbering, again, Arabic. Okay. Now let's see what we get after compiling this. Okay. So contents and whatever we are writing, we'll have the table of contents also ready with us. Okay. And now talking about just a moment. Okay, like I said, backslash text it, whatever we write here, okay, this should appear in italics. If I use text SL, okay, the text should be slanted, okay, backslash text SC, this would be in, words would be in small caps, okay. Okay, this is for small caps. Then let me show you for text in bold, text BF, okay. This is text BF and underline would be the words underlined, okay. Let's see how it looks. Look at this. Now, I have not given any page breaks. This is in italics. This is the words slanted. This is in bolds, small caps. Okay, this is in bold. So this can be done. Okay. Now I'll show you how we can use colored text in latex. Okay. Now for that, I need to use a package. Okay. Before begin document, I will use package. I will write color. Okay. So you can see use package color. and then I have begin document. Okay, and before the first document, what I can use is backslash color. Okay, and okay, let's see. Look at this. The first document has come in red color. Okay, similarly, whatever color I can use, I would be getting my document in that color. Okay, and then we had used for the word size. Okay, and let's see. uh, I'll use it here. Make title. Give me a moment. Yeah, so let's, that was regarding the color. Okay, and this is again how an example we can do. Now coming on to how to add a table, we can even add table, we can add figures into LaTeX. Okay, and the procedure would be adding a numbered table. Okay, begin table with caption, creating a table. Simple tables can be produced by, excuse me, begin tabular, position, table spec, and within the table spec section, one details the number of columns, the alignment, and the number of vertical lines of the table. Okay, like curly brackets LRC or curly bracket in the pipes LRC, different columns. Then type in from left to right the values for each cell, and each cell with and in between. We put two backslashes at the end of each row, and then input another row of values if they are needed, and we use backslash h line. Okay, now this is the code for the table. Begin tabular LRC backslash h line, date and price and size backslash h line, yesterday and 5 and big h line, today and 3 and small. Like this we can get in the table. Okay, so now give me a moment. I will, let us use the list as well. Yeah, so we are here. Okay, and let me remove this. Hmm. So we begin the document. Okay, begin, and look at this, the options what you will be getting in LaTeX. You can have begin abstract, begin alignment, begin array, center, enumerate, equation. Okay, begin figure, begin frame, gather, itemize, multi-line, quote, split, table, tabular, the bibliography, and the verbatim. Okay, so we are going to use enumerate, begin enumerate. Okay, it automatically gives you slash item. Now here we are going to write our first thing. Okay, backslash item, second thing. Okay, and begin, I'm going to write itemize. Okay, and then item, a sub thing. Okay, another sub thing. Okay, Then we are going to end itemize, and we are going to end enumerate and end document. Let us see what result we get. Look at this. First thing, we didn't write anything in the first thing. And the second thing, we itemized it further into a sub thing, another sub thing. Okay. So this is what we are going to get once we use it. Okay. And let us now do a command for tables. Right. So let us begin with here itself. Okay, begin, and now we are going to use tabular. Okay, now we are going to go with the table. Now, do you notice one thing? It automatically showed us C/C. Okay, now how many columns we want to have? So we'll go for one, and there is type one. Okay, and let's go for apple. We go for apples and red. Okay, two pipes. Okay, and we'll go for cherries and yellow. Two backslashes. We'll go for pineapples and yellow. Okay, and we'll go for tabular. Okay, let us see what sort of result we get. Look at this, and we have had an error. Look at this. See the LaTeX manual. We are in trouble here. So this is the fun of using the online compiler. Whatever the results are there, it shows us the errors as well. Now we have an error on line 5. Okay, it says illegal character in array argument. Now we have an illegal character. Okay, and here is what it says. We can type H for help, and again begin tabular 1 comma 1. So here we have an issue. Okay, so this is how what happens if we type in any wrong statement. This is the output anyways. What is it going to look like? Apples on one column, red on the other side, cherries, etc. So whatever configuration, etc. you are filling in for the table, you will get it on the output side. Okay, and okay, so this was for the table. Then this is bibliography by hand. Begin the bibliography. Bib item, we can type in the bibliography. Okay. Now using BibTex, what we need to do is we need to use the bibliographic information in the form of a .bib file. Okay. And that can happen. We need to go to Google Scholar, for example, anything we type. Okay. Let me show you that as well. And this, for example, we are using Chicago referencing style or Harvard referencing style, and then set referencing style backslash bibliography style curly bracket Chicago, create reference section by backslash bibliography big file with no extension. Okay, so bib file with no extension mean .bib will not be used over here. Okay, and this is how we cite references in text backslash cite curly brackets CUC 98. For example, this cite n, it is going to be like this. Okay, short cite Tom 98 Tom et al. This is the output what we are having on the right side. Creating BibTex files, use Emacs as extension, etc. Okay, and these are the common mistakes like I showed you. We always need to begin documentation. Okay, and doesn't follow begin. Dollar is not following dollar. Okay, and using commands from packages which are not defined in the preamble, and sometimes we are not even using the backslash as well. Okay, I'll show you another example of code. Okay. Uh, okay. Now I'll show you. Okay. So we are on our code here again. Now what I had done is I had created a sample file. Okay. I'll show you what I had done in my sample file. Now it was again document class 12.A4 paper. Okay. The article title which is there. And then I had used import packages, use package font enc. I had used times for the language, okay, and AMS math, AS HYMB fonts, etc. Okay, geometry again, it is for mathematical. Here is the title, okay. Title V space 15 millimeter, article and manuscript writing in LaTeX. Author is Rohit Sharma. This is my email ID. Begin document, make title. This is again abstract. This is simply a dummy text, etc. I just use it like that. Now here I can have table of contents. I can have list of figures. I can have list of tables. This is my introduction section now. Okay, this is for example if I'm trying to write a report. Okay, and this is how it is going to look like. I've typed in the code. This is just for a demonstration purpose. Okay. Look at this. This is article and manuscript writing in LaTeX. Okay. Here we have the abstract. The keywords are there. Okay. And whatever we write in here in the abstract. Now see, text, BF, keywords, article, LaTeX. Now once we write LaTeX in two backslashes, it gives us LaTeX in that particular format. The tutorial, whatever keywords we are using. Okay. This is the introduction section. Then we have our first subsection 1.1, then 1.1.1, one subsection. Okay. Now a figure, a dummy figure, table 1, a dummy table, title of the paragraph can come there. Now again section 2, figure, table, equation. Okay. Now see how I have put in the equation. Look at this. Begin equation y equals to backslash log x, end equation. This is the basic equation, y equal to ln x, what I get. And the first appendix, what I'm using there. Again, uh, this had a lot many errors, like 5. So you will also come to know what all errors are going to be there. Okay. And this was another document, a very basic one. Okay. Now this had something like the title was online FDP. Okay. This is the author title. You can have it there. And this is abstract. Here is the abstract that talks about online FDP on learning LaTeX. Okay. And this is the introduction section. Review search, database search. For example, if we are doing how to do a database search, so we have literature review, we have Scopus Web of Science. Okay. Then we have something like content table, page numbering. Can check one introduction to literature review, so we can have it in that manner as well. Okay. Now let me show you another few codes. Give me a moment. I'll show you how we can add equations. Okay, so we'll go with begin. And this is begin equation array. Okay, right? So let us define the equation. A and is equal to and B plus C. Okay, and equal to and y minus z. Okay, we have end equation array. Now let us see what it produces. This is the result what we are going to get. A equal to B plus C equal to y minus z. Okay, and now let us use symbols and fractions as well. Now these fractions are inserted using backslash fraction. Okay, here we have the numerator, here we have the denominator. Okay, and we use dollar dollar. Okay, fraction. Right, let us see. I guess it will have an error. Look, it shows numerator by denominator, but there is an error. Dollars should match around the expressions. Delete $1. Again, recompile. Right, so there is more error now. Okay, similarly we can have other codes as well. Okay, I'll show you a few other codes. Give me a moment. Yeah, so let us use okay. So we'll just do a quick review. We learned about how to write the introduction. We saw how we can write in the author name. We can have his or her affiliation. We can have the date. We can have again the document introduction, the subsection, the font style, how we can change, how we can italicize the font, we can make the font bold, how we can have many subsections, how we can have the table, how we can enumerate the lists around, okay, and how we can find the errors in our compiler, etc. So this is from my side. Any